The fastest way to kill a dream is to tell the wrong person about it. If you tell the wrong person about your dream, they might not have the response you want, especially if there's someone close to you, and they may not see the vision at first, especially if you have a unique dream. And this is how you quickly get your dream shot down, is by telling a person who doesn't know the most about the dream. I'll give you an example. Most of the people in my life don't know exactly what I'm studying. None of them know my grades. Most of them don't even know I like to make videos or what my hobbies are. And this is because there's only one person who really believed in my dream when I gave them the vision of what I wanted to do with video creation and what I'm studying in college and all of those types of things. And that one person is really all I needed. And if I told other people, they struggled to see the vision. And if you tell certain people who struggle to see the vision, like I just said, they're either going to shoot it down or they're just going to give you false input on it. And that's why not telling people can sometimes be the best thing you can do. And not only that, but when you don't tell as many people, a lot of times, even when you become powerful in whatever you're doing, power moves in silence. So I think not telling people is also a very powerful tool in staying in a position with leverage and power. And also, not only that, but also humility and humbleness. I think there's also something to carrying the element of surprise with you as well, because when you don't tell people as much, like where you're going or what you're doing, you also carry a certain element of surprise, which it makes me more happy knowing that anything can happen at any second for the people around me based off how much I succeed, and hopefully I can keep how much I succeed completely private as possible until it unravels itself into what it actually is. And I hope they have no clue until I am as successful as I could possibly be without them knowing. And not only this, but people tend to only recognize success, no matter what it is, because not everyone has the same interests as you. So someone else may not understand video creation like me, and I may not understand whatever they're doing, but if they see me successful in video creation, then that's all they understand is success. Success is the universal language. And because the only universal languages are failure and success, if you tell people your goals and then you're not able to reach them, then people only see it as failure, and they don't know what it took to actually get to the success and what you actually failed at. This makes it to where if anyone ever talks about your failure, then it really is just empty jabs at you, and you understand that, but they don't, because they don't understand what it actually was that you failed at. I know when I tell people about my goals and aspirations, people don't really understand it. The people around me, the people close to me, there's only a couple that do, and that leads to me not getting the reaction I wanted. At first, you feel discouraged, but eventually I realize that's not their fault, that's mine, because they don't know anything about it. And this is really just because, logically, everyone has things they just don't care about. Like, there are some things that you could tell me that I'm not gonna care about. I'm not gonna give you the reaction you might want, because I just don't care. And this kind of brings me back to my main point. Not everyone deserves to know your goals and your dreams, because they may not understand it, and they may not fully grasp it, and they may not give you the reaction or the depth to a response that you may want for what your dream is and how big that may be to you. And in my experience, even if I do tell people things that they can grasp, dreams that they can grasp, like how I want a PhD, people tend to say that is out of reach. Like, I have such big dreams that people are gonna say it's out of reach, and that they don't necessarily believe I can achieve, and they're gonna try to steer me off that path. And if I don't have absolute belief, and I'm 100% confident every day I wake up that I'm going to reach that goal, then I'm going to get steered off that path, because there are so many people that are close to me telling me that I cannot do that. I get told a lot of times to do things that make more money, that are more efficient, that don't take as many years in college. But ultimately, if I am passionate in what I'm passionate about, even if someone else had a passion that is a 4-year degree, that's good for them and that's their dream, there's no one that should steer them off that path. They have got to stay like a stone mountain that doesn't move throughout the wind, that doesn't move whatever natural disaster hits it. They're going to stand completely still, and they're going to weather the storm until they get to where they want to go. It doesn't matter how big the dream is, if it's 7 years in college, if it's 4, if it's in creation, if it's in the arts, it does not matter. You have to believe in yourself and stay completely consistent and stay completely solid throughout those times. And circling back to the element of surprise, another side effect of the element of surprise, which also element of surprise, I want to make sure I say this clearly, it is a good thing. I mean, I think surprising people with your success is a good thing. But another side effect of that is going to be mystery. And I think holding a certain mystery about yourself and how successful you are or aren't, I think also is more attractive, and I think it's more appealing because it makes people think more about you. I think it's more attractive to people you're trying to be friends with, people you are friends with, or people you have sexual attraction to. I think it's attractive to everyone. Just keeping some mystery about yourself, whether you're successful or not, or just how successful you are in whatever you're doing. And working in the shadows and letting your results shine also makes it to where you relieve the pressures a lot, because if you're working the shadows and you change your mind about what you want to do, you can change your mind without saying, okay, I told this person I was going to accomplish this, and now I'm not because I don't want to do it anymore. That relieves a lot of those type of pressures. And when you're trying to go for something so big, there's a lot of pressure buildup. There's a lot of pressures all over the place, and you want to relieve as much of that pressure as possible. I'll give you an example. If I said I wanted to do a certain thing a year from now, I wanted to play a certain game, be like a professional player at this game a year from now, or 2 years from now, for 3 years from now, doesn't matter. And I told people about it, and I came back 2 or 3 years from now, and they asked me what happened because I didn't do it. I'm gonna get a little pissed off about it because I didn't become that, and I changed my mind. But if I don't say anything about it at all, now, okay, I changed my mind, but nobody knows about it, so nobody can come up to me and do that thing that was my fault, and now I'm pissing myself off because I said things about it to everyone around me. And most time when people say what's going on in your life, or they ask you that type of phrase and they want information about your life, they usually don't care as much as you think they do. So you don't want to over explain what you're doing. You want to give them a very basic explanation of what is going on in your life. You don't want to over explain because they probably don't care that much and they don't understand what is going on or what you're doing, because usually what your dream is has a lot of depth to it that they want to understand, like I said earlier. So I think when people ask general information about your life, or people want to know more about your life or more information, I think it is always good to just give a very general response, and then as more results come, they'll see it. I think there's very few genuine people in my life that not only are they genuine and they actually care about what I'm trying to do, what my goals are, but they also understand it. And those are two different things. And I think it's fine to tell both types of people as long as they fully are genuine and care about it. Even if they don't understand what you're trying to do, you can tell them about it. And as long as you're going to attempt this, because like I said earlier, you don't want to tell people and then have them come back to you. Even if you trust them, come back to you and be like, oh, what happened to this, and this? You didn't do it and you changed your mind. So now they're going to piss you off, like I said earlier. But I think telling people that may not even understand what you're trying to do in the depth of it, I think it's fine as long as they are completely genuine. You know you can trust them. And even if you do change your mind, hopefully those type of people don't come back and ask you about it. But not only that, but I think also those people that understand both sides of it, not only are they genuine, but they're also understanding what type of thing you're trying to do, and they understand, at least have a general understanding of what you're trying to do with it. I think those are the best type of people to tell, obviously, because they understand both sides of it. I think the main part of it, of telling people what your goals are and your dreams are, because those are so valuable to it and those are so close to us, I think the main part of telling people, they have to be genuine. And I think that is, like, if you go to a therapist, that's their whole job, is to be genuine and take an interest in what your dreams are and your goals are, and give you responses to it, the response that you want. Sometimes I also do think to myself, though, because there's so few people that are genuine enough for me to tell things to like that, I think it sometimes, when you're going after your dreams or your goals, it sometimes becomes a very lonely game, because you can't tell many people about it, and a lot of times you get stuck in your own head about it because you can't get out of your head because you can't tell many people about it. So I think that's also another way I think therapists could be very important, and whatever religion as well, I think can also relieve some of that pressure, because that is a whole different type of pressure, trying to keep things to yourself without having it make you anxious. But as we all know, as everyone knows, everyone feels pain, everyone feels all types of emotions. I mean, there's pressures to every single person on this earth. So, I think that's the best ways to relieve it, and staying silent is just one of them, and making sure you follow through and stay consistent while staying in the shadows of whatever you want. And at the end of the day, the biggest release of pressure is letting your results speak. So I hope everyone today works towards letting their results speak.